once the full moon rolls through Venus moves into Capricorn on December 9th, bringing a more traditional, grounded vibe to relationships, money, and beauty until January 2nd. On December 20th, Jupiter re-enters Aries, where it last been. Time from May 10th to October 28th, amplifying more impulsive, competitive, and yes, occasionally aggressive energy until May 16th, 2023. So, when the new moon in Capricorn rolls in on December 23rd, you may be fired up to set an ambitious intention. Just prepare for a bit of a slow start when it comes to getting your game plan off the ground, because on December 29th, Mercury enters its fourth, and then in parentheses it says, yup, and last retrograde of the year, which will urge you to slow down, reflect, and tend to unfinished business over shiny new endeavors until July 18th. That said, though we tend to think we need to hit the ground running come January 2nd, December's astrology encourages you to live in the moment and indulge in a bit of rear-view mirror gazing before diving headfirst into a whole new year. Okay, and it says be sure to read your rising sign as well as your sun. So I'm going to be reading all of them, and so you just make sure you know when your rising and your sun are, girl, and then take which ones apply to you. Okay? Okay. Alright, we are starting with Aries. So, it says the confident sun's been moving through your adventure zone since November 22nd, inspiring you to expand your horizons and trust your gut even more than usual. But while renewing your passport and jumping on the next flight to a faraway destination might sound absolutely amazing, your ruler, action-oriented Mars continues to move backwards through your communication zone until January 12th. So making and following through on travel plans might be a bit more challenging than you'd like. Around December 7th, when the full moon falls in your communication zone, 2, you could be having a lot of feelings around just how annoyingly challenging it is to even make a weekend getaway planned. And yet, you could be completely burned out. If this rings true, it's a sign to take a time out from your many social commitments and to prioritize self-care. Even if that's just by going for a run instead of meeting up with friends for happy hour, or going out to eat instead of having family over. Relation-oriented Venus moves through your professional sector from December 9th to January 2nd, amplifying your charm and magnetism when you're pursuing big picture goals. This can be a productive moment for laying out your long-term vision with a higher up or career choice. On December 20th, Jupiter, the planet of luck, re-enters your sign. Think back to the summer for a sense of what themes might recur from now until May 16, 2023. Your self-image and how you want to be presenting yourself out in the world is no doubt a major focus, and you've got a clear runway to make your vision a reality. Spicy. Next is Taurus. Let's be real. You have been cruising on the calmest seas recently. Change and transformation have been unavoidable, given that the most recent eclipses hit your sign and partnership sector. But you're also making major strides when it comes to nurturing your closest bonds, thanks to the sun's trip through your intimacy zones. Since November 22nd, and as December kicks off, you'll be tackling financial matters as well. Your ruling planet, sweet Venus, opposes Mars in your money zone on December 1st, requiring you to consider your significant other or a loved one's position and comfort level. The same day, Venus forms a friendly sextile to taskmaster Saturn in your career sector, December isn't only about your cash flow, Taurus. Venus moves through your adventure sector from December 9th to January 2nd, which can crank up your desire to get out of your usual routine. Even if you're just researching a future long-distance trip or an educational program you'd like to take in the coming months, you'll be motivated and more connected to friends and colleagues who are on the same page. The sun stripped through the same sector from December 21st through January 20th, and the new moon there on December 23rd is bound to add even more fuel to the fire. Just be sure to double check all the details and watch out for misunderstandings and slowdowns once Messenger Mercury is retrograde from December 29th to January 18th. My tongue is licking this tray. Stop it, girl. Okay. Next is Gemini. You're pretty much always busy and flitting from one hang to the next, but you've been even more social than usual given that Sagittarius season is in full swing. That's because the confident sun has been moving through your partnership sector, highlighting your one-on-one bonds. In fact, although groups get-togethers are always on your radar, spending time with just your significant other or just your bestie or closest loved one, etc., probably feels especially comforting and fun now. Still, action-oriented Mars continues its retrograde through your sign this month, so if you're feeling a little low on energy at times, give yourself a breather. Girl, stop looking at this. You'll get the impression that it will be particularly wise in the days around December 7th when the full moon falls in your sign, and you'll be feeling extra emotionally sensitive. The best thing you can do is give yourself plenty of time and space to work through whatever's coming up for you now. On December 20th, expansive Jupiter moves into your networking sector, where it lasts bedtime from May 10th and October 28th. Group projects and collaborations with your community are likely to be a major focus from now until May 16th. And because this sector also involves long-term wishes, you could see exciting progress on those too. Just know that it's possible for your greatest hopes will take a bit of time to fully manifest, especially with your ruling planet, Messenger Mercury, moving backward a fourth and final time this year in your intimacy zone from December 29th to January 18th. Tending to your heart's desires could take precedence over pushing the ball forward on a team effort. Okay. Next is Cancer. For the past couple of weeks, the sun stripped through Sagittarius, which lasts until December 21st, has activated your wellness sector, pulling your focus towards stepping up your organizational skills and bolstering work-life balance. You've likely been in a good flow, and overall, 2022's final act will enhance that feeling. ruler, the confident sun, has been moving through your romance and self-expression zone since November 22nd, which has made the last couple of weeks especially fun-filled and brimming with more pleasure, creativity, and spontaneity. It's like you haven't even had to try to have a good time, which is pretty much a dream come true for you. It's more than well deserved coming off of a rough eclipse season that tested your work-life balance. While festive vibes continue through this month, you'll also be tending to those day-to-day details that keep you firing on all cylinders. You'll want to identify which friends and colleagues you can actually lean on to support your long-term wishes around December 7th when the full moon falls in your networking sector. This lunation could illuminate the truth about a particular group of friends or colleagues you've been a part of, though it can be tough to break long-standing bonds, especially for you as the fixed fire sign. Walking away could offer a major sense of relief and create space for more genuine connections. In fact, Venus's move through your wellness sector from December 9th through January 2nd might inspire you to get more social while sticking to your health romance. Whether that's by inviting a friend on a hike or planning to hit up a new fitness studio for happy hour with coworkers, the confident sun's journey into the same zone on December 21st, which lasts until January 20th, only serves to magnify this energy. And once expansive Jupiter moves back into your adventure zone on December 20th, where it'll remain until May 16th, you'll be fired up to be bolder across the board, whether by trying a different workout or researching and considering booking a thrilling wellness retreat. Next is Virgo's groove. Virgo. It's funny because this picture, so like they have photos of like each of the signs, and the Virgo person definitely has on like an like Adidas like shirt. I wonder if they did that on purpose for Miss Ivy Park. With Sag season throwing the spotlight on all things domestic, thanks to the sun's trip through your home zone since November 22nd, you've likely been more of a homebody than usual. Okay, sure, it doesn't help that it's pitch black outside by 4 p.m. There's a lot to adore about spending more time connecting with your loved ones, but you've probably also been navigating some emotionally rocky terrain too. And as December kicks off, that focus is magnified by both Venus, the relationship planet, and Mercury, the communication planet, in your home zone squaring off against expansive Jupiter and dreamy Neptune in your partnership sector. It can be tough to fact check when you're in the midst of family drama, so taking a step back to just let the dust settle may be your safest, smartest bet. Around December 7th, the full moon falls in your 10th house of career, lighting up your desire to be recognized for putting your nose to the grindstone. Speak up and make that case for yourself. No doubt you've done your research and are more than prepared. Prepare for a lighter, more fun-loving vibe to set in, particularly as sweet Venus moves through your romance and self-expression zone from December 9th to January 2nd. Though you may have a bazillion deadlines to hit, prioritizing pleasure and embracing spontaneity can be emotionally satisfying and even creatively fulfilling. And as we move closer to ringing in the new year, Mercury, your ruler, will go to retrograde in the same sector, which might inspire you to go back to the drawing board to revise an artistic project or recreate heartfelt memories with loved ones. Alright. Next is Libra. While the confident sun has been moving through your communication sector since November 22nd, you've been even more social than usual. Yes, somehow that's entirely possible. You adore being busy and hosting all the parties you possibly can, so this is surely one of your favorite seasons of the year. But just keep an eye out for Venus slips into your home zone on December 9th, where it'll crank up your desire to cozy up at home until January 2nd. Somehow, catching up with an old friend over a glass of wine on the couch or staying in with your significant other might be more satisfying than being out and about. And one-on-one bonding time is also spotlit once fortunate Jupiter moves into your partnership sector on December 20th, where it remains until May 16th. Think back to last summer for a sense of the lessons, themes, and undertakings that could be a focus once more. Scorpio. The sun's trip through your money zone has been in place since November 22nd, and in turn, you've been further developing your self-worth and plotting out how you plan to elevate your earning potential. You want to be aligned with business partners who not only understand your value but are in sync with your values. But as December begins, both Mercury and Venus in your income sector will square off against Jupiter and Neptune in your creativity zone, and you might be questioning whether your current money-making plan is compromising your self-expression. Know that the truth isn't immediately apparent, so you'll do well to take plenty of time to explore these questions. Around December 7th, when the full moon falls in your intimacy zone, you'll be navigating a challenge related to joint resources and discussing how you and a partner can best nurture a sense of security. Then, as relationship-oriented, Venus moves into your communication sector, joining Mercury and kicking off cap season ahead of the sun's arrival on December 21st. You'll be connecting with friends, neighbors, and siblings more than usual. Your curiosity soars and you'll crave more intellectual stimulation, so consider finding ways to socialize and learn, like taking a cooking class with loved ones or getting tickets to a thought-provoking show. And for the first time since late October, Jupiter, the planet of fortune and abundance, hits back into your wellness and daily routine sector on December 20th, which could inspire you to experiment with an ambitious new workout plan or organizational system that'll enhance your time management. But when Mercury moves backwards through your communication zone from December 29th to January 18th, deep breaths and a sense of humor can bring in frustration when tech glitches and misunderstandings abound. That one felt so long. Okay. Next is Sagittarius. Your season is in full swing, Sagittarius, which means you're in the midst of going to bat for your passion projects and daydreaming about how you can take your greatest ambitions to the next level. You could hit a few bumps in the road as December rolls in, thanks to Mercury and Venus in your sign squaring off against Jupiter and Neptune in your home zone. Consider how old emotional wounds might be affecting how you're tackling present-day challenges with loved ones or even in your career. A little bit of inner work can offer a great deal of clarity. The December 7th full moon in your partnership sector is another opportunity to strengthen your sense of self as you consider how you're showing up for your closest connections and how they're showing up for you. Checking in with yourself in these ways might feel like homework you just don't have the bandwidth for at the moment, but it can actually come in handy as Capricorn season rolls in, illuminating your income and self-worth sector. On December 9th, Venus, the planet of relationships and values, will move into your money zone, lighting up your desire to network and use your social charms to explore new avenues for earning. Whether you're touching base with a friend from college or a former colleague, stating what you want and how you plan to get there may be the first step toward manifesting it. Just know that with Mercury retrograde from December 29th to January 18th, ensuring your financial ducks are in a row preps you for even more growth in the coming months. That's good to know. Alright. I think we have, 3 more. Capricorn. The sun's trip through your spirituality zones November 22nd has likely made confident sun and several other planets in your networking zone since last month, you've been immersed in team efforts tending to your platonic bonds and showing up for your community. All of these activities are in line with your innate MO. So chances are you're feeling pretty damn good as December kicks off, especially considering that eclipse season put you through the ringer with the career-related changes and challenging emotional terrain. Around December 7th, the full moon falls in your romance zone and self-expression zone, which serves as a green light to trust your heart and own your voice. You're really one to stick to the rules, but now you're particularly motivated to strike out on your own and speak up when it comes to an artistic project or relationship that's not quite in line with your needs. Then you'll do well to start thinking about the seeds you want to plant. On December 9th, sweet Venus, the planet of relationships, moves into your spirituality zone, and the sun follows on December 21st. Capricorn season, falling just ahead of your own season, tends to be a quiet, self-reflective moment for you. Even if you have social commitments galore, you owe it to yourself to carve out solo time. Meditating, journaling, and enjoying similar rituals will help you get clear on what you want to leave behind and what you're ready to embrace. While Messenger Mercury is retrograde in the same zone from December 29th to January 18th, slowing down and focusing on healing anything that's been holding you back sets you up for an especially healthy, happy new year. Last but not least, Pisces. While everyone is planning holiday parties and experimenting with their winter wardrobe, you could be drowning in to-dos related to your career goals thanks to a ton of activity in your public image sector since last month. Sagittarius season throws the spotlight on your professional path, and no one can fault you for wanting to take advantage of opportunities you've been presented with lately. But you'll do well to take a step back and assess what's truly worth your energy and what might be okay to let fall by the wayside, particularly around December 7th when the full moon falls in your home zone. You could feel torn between putting your nose to the grind zone on projects that will earn you the recognition you seek and pressing matters at home. Tapping into your intuition allows you to navigate these rocky waters. Friends and colleagues can also be a major saving grace and offer their support, especially once a relationship or